Hi everybody, a little bit of an unplanned video. In fact, sorry, there's no microphone, so apologies for the audio. I'm off to my good friend Ash Rowland to pick up what is the new channel project, a new bike. If you follow Ash Rowland, you may have an idea of what I'm going to get, but I'll see you there. I'm quite excited, quite excited. So, here we are, and well, this isn't my new bike. This is my new bike, which if you of course followed the channel, you'll have seen that I've already ridden this bike, because this belongs to...
Well, it belongs to you, mate.
It does. It does, actually. This actually belongs to me now. Ever since I rode it, and of course following Ash and the whole restoration, I've loved it. And then, well, we had a chat and it's mine.
Thank you very much. Sir. No, you're very welcome. Well, I know you're going to enjoy it because you've had one of these in Italy, haven't you?
Yes, yes.
And you've ridden this.
I've ridden this as well.
You know how good
and
it is. You've
had this apart so many times that if there's something wrong with it, I know where to come.
Oh, maybe.
I'm going to get on the road.
Awesome.
Check it out. See you later.
And careful, because it is cold, hence the bobble hat.
Yeah, and there's an old tyre on, but we should be okay. I'm going slow. See you later. Here we go. Seguite. I'd forgotten I'd forgot about the absolute lack of turning circle. It's like, that's it, you know. And then when you go the other way, it crushes your hand. Yeah. All right, buddy.
Bye.
Oh, that glorious feel. What a beautiful old twin. Muscle memory will come back soon. It's been a while since I rode my Italian one, which we no longer have. That had to unfortunately be sold. So I always said I wanted to replace it at some point. And here we go. I'm not going to disclose the price, but it was a good price, because of course this is an X category N, let's just say, that has been repaired by Ashley. Now, I wouldn't normally buy a category N repair, restoration, because you never really know. And however, Ashley's a really good mate, and I have, I've been following the channel the whole time, and even when he's repairing it, of course, because I had one in Italy, he was calling me all the time and we were chatting about it. And so I've seen the insides of this bike. I've seen everything he's done to it. So I have no qualms whatsoever of buying a bike from Ash. There's still some things to do to it, and I've got a lot of plans for this bike. But yeah, I'm just so happy to be finally back on a Ducati and to once again own a Ducati. And you got to admit, the 848, it's just gorgeous. I mean, it shares the same as the 1098, exactly the same chassis and everything. But of course, the 848's got its own dedicated motor. But I am going to be doing a video on the complete history of this bike, not this one in particular, but of the 848. So right now it's just going to enjoy this ride back, and it is literally about 2 degrees. I'm going to have to be very careful. There's going to be ice everywhere. Now the front tyre is good. The rear tyre is from 2014, so I'm going to be changing that. And there are some bits and pieces, a couple of fairing fasteners at the front that are missing. It's a project. It's a project. So it's been 40 minutes now so far on the bike, and to tell you the truth, I remembered it being a bit more wristy than it is. It's actually really comfortable. A little bit on the wrist, nothing on the neck. It's more comfortable than the Fireblade. And well, just a little thing. But one thing I'm noticing here, but I think Ash did tell me, there's condensation under this screen here. You can see it, probably not on the camera. And there's a few little nicks and things, so I might have to do something with that. But there's lots of little bits. Like I said, this is a project. This is for the channel. and I do have some big plans that involve not being in the UK. It's been a bit of a boring ride back, mainly motorways, but like I said, 40 minutes and not suffering at all. Nice one. Right, we're back, and it's actually 3 days later, because as soon as I got back, well, it started raining and it hasn't stopped since, and it's literally, as you can see, everything's wet and miserable. But there is sun at the moment, so, and I think I'm going to be okay for a few hours. So the first thing I'm going to do is give it a wash and a clean, and then we'll start going around the bike. Actually, let's quickly go through some of the things that I know I'm going to need to do to this 2010 848. Now, I'm getting condensation under the screen, not too bad. There's a couple of cracks there, so that's something to look at. Brakes feel a little bit spongy, possibly just need bleeding. I think the little locator pin has broken in that, because that is spinning and it shouldn't, so I need to look at that. The screen is horrible. Either somehow give this a proper polish, or to tell you the truth, I think a black screen on this would look superb. Brakes are good, everything else is good. Chain needs a clean, but the chain is still good. And maybe I can get these to come up a little bit nicer, but in general, there isn't really a lot I think I need to do to this. I need to check if they have done the modification for the regulator rectifier, which a lot of people put them over this side. Probably not. I am going to be testing the regulator rectifier just to check that that's good. It's kept in a little dodgy place right down there where it gets really, really, really hot. So a lot of people do modifications and move it from there somewhere else. I need to fit a battery maintenance charge cable to the battery, and I need to figure out some kind of a sat-nav system. There are Evotexer ones that go to quad lock, so I'm happy to do it to using my CarPlays, or maybe something down there. I'm not sure yet. So a lot to do, a lot to play around with, and this is going to be fun. Fun, fun, fun. Right, well, let's get it cleaned. So some more details now that it's clean and I'm getting a bit closer. The tyre, as I mentioned, is from 2014. It's a Diablo, what is it? A Diablo, Pirelli Diablo 2014, March. Okay, that needs changing. Under here, if we look, it's pretty good. There's some corrosion here and some pitting around here. I'm not sure if that will clean up. The chain is good. The chain is, it's a bit tight actually. I need to possibly loosen that a little bit, but there is some corrosion that's been on here that was completely covered up in muck, but I reckon a little bit of wire wool on that and I should be able to clean it, but the chain is still good. I've noticed some tape coming away here, so a bit of a clean up there, and of course I'm going to be getting the side fairings off to have a look and see exactly what I see underneath. Right, I've got the side panel off. A lot of flappage, lots of tiny, tiny bolts. Now I thought while I do that, first of all I'm just going to admire the beauty of that Desmo L Twin. It is stunning, it's art. And while I'm here, I'm going to fit my battery maintenance cable, SAE cable, to the battery, and I don't know where to put it yet, but possibly on the frame. So I'll probably put it here or something. I mean, they do get hot. Maybe it's better to stay on the outside for heat. Maybe something like that with a cable tie. Perfect, I think. Right, I've got got that one on. Let's just loosen this. It bit. Alright, let's get some cable ties on and make it nice and neat. And then final job for today, before it starts raining again, let's give it a polish. How gorgeous are these wheels? Spectacular. Love them, love them. One thing I haven't checked. Can I do it with one hand? What about the boot? The boot. Well, not a huge amount. Tyre, I don't know, tyre puncher kit or something, little toolkit. Let's just quickly go through some specs anyway. So 849cc liquid cooled 90 degree L twin. It's a V, but it's an L twin as they call it. 134 brake horsepower at 10,000 RPM. Front suspension, we've got 43mm show inverted forks, and they are fully adjustable. Brakes, we've got dual 320mm front discs, Brembo, and the rear's got a 245mm rear disc with Brembo calipers as well. The dry weight's about 168 kilograms, and the seat height feels quite tall actually, is 830mm, and it's got a 56.3 inch wheelbase and 100, which is 1,430mm. So, you know, between this and the 1098, I think it's really only the brakes that really show the difference. They've got kind of cheaper Brembos, whereas the 1098 had the kind of GP spec calipers. That's basically to bring the price down. They've got the same Marchesini wheels as a 1098, which are absolutely stunning. And basically the stunning shape of the 1098, you know, it kind of followed over to the 1090 to the 848. I think you could put a 1098 fairing on that or sticker on the side and nobody would really notice the difference from a distance unless they really knew what they were looking at. And with that, thanks for coming along to this rather uneventful video. You're going to be seeing a lot more of this bike on the channel, so please like and subscribe for some more Italian fun, and I'll see you all on the road. Catch you later.